Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Quite a few things to get into on this afternoon's video. There is a player that has been at Newcastle United for years who's on the verge of leaving. They're currently with the team over in the United States of America, and they are set to fly back to the United Kingdom to complete their move. Who to? We'll get into that later on. And then we're also going to talk about the big trending topic across social media that has caused a lot of friction amongst the fan base, a lot of anger. And you can see it for yourselves if you just go on Twitter and stuff, that Newcastle United announced their new membership scheme for the upcoming season. People have been talking about this for weeks. When's it going to happen? What's going on? Bang! Newcastle United put out a date tweet and they are on sale tomorrow morning, Wednesday at 10 AM. More on that as well. But there's only one place to start, and that is obviously the main story in the world of football the last day or so. And that is, of course, Kylian Mbappe's move to Saudi Arabia. The French star, the French captain, is set to switch himself over to Saudi Arabia, Al Hilal, with that world record fee of 259 million. Mental money for Kylian Mbappe, who was in the last year of his contract at Paris Saint-Germain. Now, PSG need to sell him before the 1st of August, otherwise Mbappe is owed 60 million. It's crazy what's going on over there in Paris with Mbappe. The deal he's already on. The deal he's on at the minute, you know, he's the highest paid player, he's on mega money. But you thought that was mega money until you start talking about Saudi money. And the Saudi money that has been offered to Kylian Mbappe is just absolutely insane, isn't it? It's on your screen there now. I mean, those figures are mind-boggling. And listen, by the time I've even just talked about this for a couple of seconds, he's made decent money. He's made more than most of us make in a year. By the time I'm finishing most of these sentences, you know, it's absolutely insane. He's just picking up crazy amounts of money. I can't even speak. Just the thought of that money. Oh, man, just send some this way, Mbappe, will you? Send some this way. Send some to charities. Do something. But how can you have that much money? What? You can't actually even spend that much money. You know, you talk about these players swapping, you know, the Premier League for Saudi Arabia for generational wealth. This is taking the piss. This is generations on generations for eternity. Do you know what I mean? This is just insane, these figures. And Mbappe, it still hasn't been decided. You know, PSG have accepted the offer, obviously. And, you know, they've allowed Mbappe to speak to Al Hilal, but nothing's really came out today. Everything was yesterday and this morning about the move. Nothing's been finalised yet at all. And, you know, Mbappe, will he go? Surely he'll go, because how do you turn that down? It's the perfect scenario for Kylian Mbappe. It's only a one-year contract. So he has this 1 year in Al Hilal, makes absolutely mega silly, stupid money. And then he can sign for his dream team in Real Madrid, not Manchester United. He can sign for his dream team, Real Madrid, the team he's always wanted to play for. So he can do that next summer. He can spend 1 year in Saudi Arabia, become the richest bloke in the history of football, and then get yourself over to Madrid for Real. Oh, now this is the thing I was talking about in this video, and obviously it is tongue-in-cheek, and, you know, the thing is that people were commenting on my video yesterday about this, saying this, you know, Mbappe, could he be doing this? Loads of outlets, you know, big Facebook groups, just know who they are, and outlets, articles online are saying, you know, Mbappe could still head to England on loan. Even this was before we're talking about the Newcastle thing. He's saying that he could, Paris Saint-Germain would be willing to let him go on loan because they just want him away, they want rid of him. And Man United and Chelsea are sniffing around the possibility of getting Mbappe on loan. But surely he ends up in Saudi Arabia. So then they've put two and two together. Some newspapers, some big sport groups have said Kylian Mbappe could join Newcastle United on loan. Because obviously the Saudi connection. Alright, and imagine the outrage. I would love this just for the outrage. Not because Mbappe is probably the best footballer in the world at the minute. Obviously up there with the likes of Erling Haaland and that. But to see Mbappe in the black and white would be sensational. But just to piss everyone off, I'll be a huge fan of it. The amount of outcry, the amount of frustration, whinging, appealing that would be done by other Premier League clubs if we managed to get Mbappe at this tune would be sensational. Now, this is the kind of sensationalised signing that people try to suggest we would make once the takeover happened. You know, Mbappe and Newcastle, they're going to sign this, that, and everyone obviously went and signed Dan Burn and that, and it worked out well. All right, he's from Blythe, not from Paris or wherever Mbappe is from in France. But, you know, for me, the Mbappe to Newcastle thing, could he come? Is there a loan deal to be had there with the Saudis? Probably not. I wouldn't have thought so. As much as it would be a dream, I think people are just trying to put this out there, you know, for a laugh of some sort of Saudi connection, because I couldn't see. I tell you what, obviously I would love it. Especially, say, January. Come January, Mbappe's had a few months there in Saudi, you know, he's got a lot of attention. Everyone's been tuning into the Saudi Pro League, watching how he gets on. And then when it comes to the business end of it, he thinks a few months' time, right, I'm missing it, I want to go back to Europe. He signs for Newcastle. The connection, the PIF connection, he signs for us and we'll win the Champions League. There we go. There's the dream right there. All right, but, nah, I mean, if he's only there for 1 year... Oh, I mean, there's a suggestion that obviously it's a 1 year deal, but if he goes over then he thinks, right, this, I actually don't mind living here. And I wouldn't mind more of this amazing money. This astronomical money, I wouldn't mind more of it. So we'll wait and see, but obviously, you know, he's at the best years of his life now. I think, obviously, we know he's destined for Real Madrid. He wants that more than anything. So would he come to Newcastle? Would we sort out a loan deal? Stranger things have happened, but probably not. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And then the other thing we need to talk about is, of course, the memberships that got released today. Newcastle United have released how the membership scheme will work for the new upcoming season. Previously, last year, it was £30 for a membership. It gave you the benefits that this one as well is offering. The likes of reduced stadium tours, discounted food at the match, discounted drinks at Shearer's Bar on non-match days. There's a whole host of bullet points about what that membership gets you. That is the same this year, but last year, the procedure was, as a member, it would be a Tuesday morning, 10 o'clock, enter the queue for a match day ticket. So say we were playing Crystal Palace at the end of the month, Tuesday, 10 o'clock, get yourself in the queue, good luck. Because that was pot luck as well, in a sense. Obviously, you had a bit more control over this one, if you could get logged in early, or you could set up on different, one on your iPad, your phone, your this, that, and the other, to try and get yourself a ticket. But it was still a queuing system, obviously. I had terrible luck with it. More time I was in bloody 27,000 in the queue out of 28,000. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes that didn't work out too well, but you're still guaranteed you're at least getting a few match day tickets. However, the outrage is, because instead of all that ticketing, waiting online, signing in, getting a number, waiting an hour and a half, seeing if you can get a ticket, and then being able to choose your seat, it's now a ballet. Not Billy Elliot. It's now a ballot. Not a ballet, a ballot. Come on, Matty. It's been a long day. It's now a ballot. So, this is 100% potluck. It's went from Queues Day to potluck day. Queues on a Tuesday to potluck on a Monday, or whenever they want to release the tickets. You know what I mean? Because now, you will enter 24 hours beforehand for a game that you wanted. So, say you've got Man United's been announced. You want a ticket for Man United at home. 24 hours. You can enter, and then if you are successful, you will be emailed and your payment details, the money will come out for that ticket. If you're not successful, you won't hear a thing. Ghosted. You will be ghosted by the club. So, yeah, obviously this has frustrated a lot of people because now it is £37 for the new membership, which is available tomorrow, Wednesday, 10 AM, and you're not guaranteed a thing. You're still getting them benefits we talked about before, but you are not guaranteed a ticket. You could spend £37 and not be lucky in any of these ballots at all. So you're having a shot in the dark there. You know, it's going to come down to fortune, Quinton. So yeah, it's one of those ones where, you know, it's upset people, but at the same time, I struggle to think of how the club can win, because that system last year was crap as well. The amount of people that were in them queues was crazy. But, I mean, we're going to have these issues until we expand St James's Park or move, because the demand is far outweighing the supply at the minute. You know, we could fill this stadium again. We could have 80,000 in there easily. Like I said, when I was going in for these membership tickets, it was, you know, 30,000 people most of the time queuing. So how do you fix that? Well, they've tried to go with this ballot. The issue is as well, is that it seems to be unlimited memberships, which is going to cause an absolute nightmare. So you are going to probably pay your £37 and be lucky to get one ticket, because if there is, well, last year they sold 20, 30,000 memberships, right? And then they capped it, that was it, sold out, couldn't buy one. This year there's no cap. So if 100,000 people buy a membership, you can do the maths yourself and work out what one in your chance you've got of getting yourself a ticket. So it's going to be really tough. It's going to be pure luck. It's a bit of a madness, but that's what most other teams do. My mate is a Man United fan. He lives in Newcastle, shout out Francis. And he chooses his ballot, so he does it more so for the Champions League games and stuff, when he can travel down on Wednesday night and hopefully see a Barcelona and stuff. So he went to Europa League, not the Champions League last year, for Barcelona. And that is the same. Ballot for Barcelona. He enters it, gets an email, sweet. Then he can sort out his travel and his hotel and stuff. So loads of other teams do it, and that's the way Newcastle United decided to do it. We'll see how it works next season. We'll see how it goes. But this is how the club decided to go with it. Like I said, there's loads of frustration on there online. You can have a look at the replies to the tweets, or just type it in on Twitter. You know, I'm not making it up. It's not clickbait. It's out there. Fans are kicking off with this system, and they are upset with it. So it's one of them. I struggle to see how the club win at the minute, really, because you're always going to upset someone. You can't really please everyone. Not everyone can get a ticket because the stadium isn't big enough. So it is a bit of a nightmare, but it was always going to be that way for me, no matter what the club decide to do. They're kind of fighting a losing battle in terms of being able to get as many fans in there as possible. So be interesting to see how the ballot plays out next season, how people react to it, how many people win and manage to get to games and stuff. It's crazy now. Listen, we were giving away season tickets a few years back in Ashley, and now there's ballots, hundreds of thousands of people in ballots. It's mental. So that's that. And finally, the last thing to talk about is who is on the verge of being sold at Newcastle United. Karl Darlow is the answer to that one. Karl Darlow is on his way to Leeds United, according to Sky Sports. He will be leaving the US pre-season camp there for the summer series and heading over to Yorkshire. Nightmare for him. So he's went from Philadelphia to Yorkshire. Unlucky son. Nah, I don't mind it. I'm just joking. Leeds fans, don't kick off. You know, it's a joke. Calm down. But Darlow is set to join Leeds. He was on the verge of joining Bournemouth, and then they went and signed a different keeper. I can't remember his name. I think it's Rutter or something. So they've signed him, and now they are signing. Now they have left Darlow, which I said would be a good move for Karl Darlow. Bournemouth, stay in the Premier League. But Leeds United is a very good move. Look, a very good club, historic club, passionate fan base who will be aiming to get back to the Premier League. And I think Darlow, really good signing for them. Solid signing. And you'll help them get promoted. You'll definitely do a job in the Championship. They don't have to worry about that. They won't be shipping loads of goals. And it's a very good move for Darlow with a chance of being in the Premier League next year if they get promoted. So that one makes sense. We haven't heard of a fee yet. It's probably going to be between 3 to 5 million if it's my guess. And we'll wait and see. We'll give you confirmation on that when we get it. But yeah, Darlow on his way to Leeds. Thanks everyone for watching. That'll do for today's video. Drop your comments for what you think of all the topics. Are you going to buy an Mbappe shirt? That new green shirt? The third kit? The traditional black and white home kit? Are you waiting for that UEFA approval Champions League font to get Mbappe on the back? Go for it. Cheers everyone. Subscribe, like. See you on the next one.